I watch a new film every other day. Follow along for recommendations and reviews. Today, I just finished watching the movie titled A Thousand Little Pieces that is showing on Chioma Chukwuka TV. This film is not like the freshest concept. So, like, it's very similar to a film that we watched not too long ago, self called Angela, where it's about like a couple, and then you kind of see it from one person's POV and then from another person's POV. I keep telling you guys, it is well known I have a bias towards women in films. Before a film even starts, I'm usually on the side of a woman. And as I was telling you guys, even like with Angela, that I was like, these women are giving this man hell. Oh. These women are giving this man hell. But this film too, I was like, Jess. And then you now hear Jess's perspective and you go, Daniel. But then so it's that kind of film. It's very much in that vein of there's two sides to every story. And then, it's also like asking a lot of questions or like bringing up, not like asking questions more so than like just showing people that what is good for the good is good for the gander, and what the goose chooses to do is the decision of the goose. The gander can also do the same thing, and what if the gander chooses to or not to? Do you know what I mean? I'm trying not to give you guys any. I'm trying not to give you guys any spoilers, but like this film really just addresses a couple of issues that we'll talk about more in the spoiler section. And then it also addresses the question or like topics of like when a person is in a marriage and then they have children, and maybe there's something, some kind of turmoil in the marriage, or there's an unhappiness from either party. That decision to what happens, like, do you stay, do you go? Like, should you forever now like put your own dreams on hold because of the child? Should you say, oh, because I have this desire for my child, I should stay in this thing or should you not? So it's like asking those questions. And I've not given you any spoilers. Like when you watch this film, you will have a very like individual experience with it because the film will kind of like take you on a journey and go into this film just ready to go on that journey and see where the film starts and where the film ends. That's all I want to say in this non-spoiler section without giving you any spoilers. You can go and check this film out. It's called A Thousand Little Pieces showing on Choma Shukuka TV. Now, for those of us who have watched, you're ready to come and talk about it now after watching it with spoilers so that we can gist. Then spoilers ahead in three, two, one. Let us go. All right, now we're in the spoiler section. Please, if you're going to write a comment that has spoilers, just write spoiler alert before you write your comment so that we don't spoil it for people that have not yet watched it. All right, let's start gisting. This spoiler section, so when the film first starts and we are seeing Daniel's POV, I'm like, just give this man a break now. Like she's really denying him intimacy at every given point. Like even when he wants to be intimate with her, it's like, go and get your money up. Why are you touching me, brokey? Like I'm tired. Like go and get your money up. Like, it was like, madam, you don't like this man at all. Like when I really went that she doesn't like him was when he came down the steps. She had made breakfast for herself, and he was like, "Are you going to make breakfast for me?" And she was like, "You know where the kitchen is," or something like that. I was like, this man at this point has contempt for this man, and just how come? Like, waiting they happen, kilo shele. Like, even on her birthday, he has done this nice night and then come back to the house, like, please let us get intimate. And she's like, intimate? You saw me to go and look at your bank account. You're trying to get intimate with me. My friend got on my side. I'm like, Jess. And he's like, you can't keep denying me this thing. I'm like, Jess is really pushing this man to the edge. So I'm really on his side. And he's now, getting this temptation at work too. And I'm like, just give this man no, because this other girl, it be like say she done the tempt time, making no go for, and then just as we thought, in done for Yakata. And I'm like, just in a way, you kind of pushed him to it, like he's saying in the film, she kind of pushed me towards the arms of another woman. And then we hear from Jess. See whether they tell you guys why I feel like I'm always on the side of a woman when this film starts. Because usually by the end, you can say the woman is right. Because when you now start hearing from Jess, you're just like, Daniel, so now you be this. You're telling me that you're going to go and be doing charity for your family people at home when I dey carry loan to pay the rent of this house that you have completely ignored. And when I called you, you said you will figure it out. Now we always do. We? I be me, Jessica. Even the birthday, you now realize that her co-worker already got her flower. Her friend actually sent a gift. And you now even realize that that gesture that Daniel is doing is not even her birthday. He forgot her birthday as she's saying to the therapist. And I'm like, oh, although I really didn't get the sense when I was actually watching the scene that like he forgot her birthday. She didn't even say anything like, oh, it's not my birthday. It's when she's talking to the therapist that she's not like, he didn't remember my birthday. And I was like, oh, so this one is doing this whole gesture and it's not even her birthday. It's crazy work. And then after that, you're seeing that what is good for the goose is also good for the gander. Because Madu is also chiking Jessica. And Madu is also a tempter there in the office. And he approaches Jessica. Jessica too can cheat. It is a Jessica no fit cheat. Jessica too can cheat. But Jessica quickly shuts it down. Like she shuts Madu down like that. She says, Ace, I'm married. What you do? Shuts it down like that. And then we watch that when it is Daniel's turn, Daniel falls Iyakata. And what is now particularly even just preposterous is that the day that you now fail is the day that you were supposed to go and pick your child. You forgot to pick your child. You neglected your child. The day I'm now telling you, like, oh, it is what you forgot. You now say, I don't need any of this. You now run to the arms of another woman because I was telling you you forgot to pick up our child. Isn't that crazy? A child that you they give Capri Sun while you they play video games. Like at the end of the film, I was like, this is why I say I always just start the film on the side of the woman because Jessica, you are really alone in this marriage. When the therapist said something along the lines of like, it stopped, like even if there was love before, there stopped being partnership, and that is the biggest issue. That like love is not enough. Like you need a partner. This is a two-way thing. Like this is a marriage. You have to carry your own weight, sir. And this man just completely abandoned his own. At the end, I guess the therapy seems to be going well on his part, at least from what he thinks. And he's like, no, no, I think we can really recover from this. And Jess is like, I want a divorce. And you know, when she said that, I was like, yeah. Because when the film was going and it was looking like, you're seeing that she's still miserable living in the marriage, even when the son is like, I feel like you guys are going to get a divorce. And they're like, no, we're not getting a divorce. You're seeing that she's still miserable. And at that point, as a viewer, I'm like, Jess, if you still choose to stay in this marriage, you have to just, you can't be miserable again. Like, you have to kind of like let this cheating thing go because the minute you choose to stay, like you're choosing to say, I'm staying, then you kind of have to start finding a way to let it go. Otherwise, don't talk about it again. Don't complain about it again. So, when you're seeing that she's still like miserable, I'm like, girl, what's the solution? So, at the end, when she now says, I want a divorce, even in the midst of the therapy, I'm like, my sister, I get it because you're still miserable. Like it's like you're going to the therapy and there's still misery. Like you're trying to talk to your son and trying to be happy, but you're still miserable. Like there's something, as she said, is broken and it is evident. So this is like natural end of the film. Overall, I enjoyed this film. Again, it's not thing very new or fresh, but with the story that they are telling, it was still a good story. They told the story that they're trying to tell here very well. Even if it's not a new story or a fresh story or like fresh themes, they approach this one uniquely to them and they did a good job of telling their story well. So I really commend them for that. If you have watched this film, I'm very curious to know what you think about it. So please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Also, if you have watched this whole video and you have no idea who I am, my name is VDK. I'm the curator of the VDK Film Club, where every other day we watch something new and we just about it like we've done today. Follow along. All right. Until the next film that I watch and the next video that I make, have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.